have to say about what's going on downtown, Judge?
First off, the beginning of the line to get marched into jail ought to start with City Hall. I have never seen such corruption in my entire life, and you can't expect the streets to act with law and order when the people downtown are at the top of the list on breaking the law. The next thing in their proposal to bring peace to this area is essentially disarm the law-abiding republic, the people that are in the public of this republic, so they are helpless at the hands of the crooks that they won't touch because it's politically correct to them to let everybody go. They are supposed to be victims. They're not. They bring it on themselves. And if you talk to most of the people in this town, I have yet to find anybody who is an ordinary person who is against the guard coming in here to restore law and order, because people are tired of worrying about what happens when they pump the gas, where their daughters, nieces, nephews, their grandparents and their mothers are, and their lady friends, and where they're going to be if something goes on. We've had restaurants close all up and down this magnificent street because of high crime. We've lost jobs in this place. We've lost everything in this place, and it doesn't cut it to put every squad car you have available downtown on Beale Street when the crime keeps occurring elsewhere in this city. If you want to check out the lie, look at the dockets of General Sessions and look what the charges are. If the crime's going down, the criminal cases go down, not just stuff for refusing to show up and not dealing with appearance on a ticket you sign. That's what they're trying to put on the state troopers. They're just doing their job, and somebody hasn't for the last 20 years. The people that represent this town are afraid to walk out amongst the people of the town, and that's a disgrace. Our Urkel mayor, when he goes to Folk Folly, has 6 to 8 cops bodyguarding him when he's walking in. For God's sake, what's that say about your incompetence and unfitness to run this town?
And what they say is, it takes more. They keep saying money, 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 money. Money's not going to.
That's so they can steal it. See, look at this thing down there with financing a decrepit downtown hotel structure run by an international hotel chain, and Memphis is supposed to finance it? Well, guess what? Look at what the company says about their set-asides and see how much the mayor's office is advertising is available, because they've already got their share. They are splitting $8,700,000 that that hotel chain is funneling back to them, but we're paying for it. Look at what's going on across from the Redbird Stadium. Why did we let a developer get all of those acres for $600,000 and then agree to finance that area for $210 million? See, that's where the money goes, and there is not a need for another addition down at 201 Poplar because it's quite adequate. They need to take the toilet paper that they've got in there stuffing some of the cells from floor to ceiling, that they're down there running a crooked racket on the taxpayers for selling back used toilet paper. See, those are the kind of things that need to be dealt with. Why did we bring in a chief of police who got fired in Atlanta, was about to be fired in North Carolina? Raleigh Durham is the first civil service chief we've had in 40-some years and is getting paid damn near as much as the governor and can't even run the department. See, it is absolutely ridiculous. And don't let me raise my voice because I know how it works when it works, and these folk don't have a clue. We have judges, prosecutors, and other folk down there in charge of law enforcement's final results who've never tried jury cases in their whole career. We have one criminal court judge who's been a criminal court judge, who's never had a trial as a criminal defense lawyer or prosecutor. We had one DA recently who was 2.5 hours late getting sworn in because they'd never been to 201 Poplar. Wow. We've got a DA now who is a law professor. He wasn't in the trenches. And see, we have people who, nice young kids on the police department and sheriff's department, they're scared to go out there because the departments, both of them, are infiltrated frustrated with street gangs, and they don't want their throats slit, and nobody to back them up.
We were assaulted, called the police, they came, they looked at the videos, and the police officer said, yep, you've been assaulted, but the DA will never prosecute it. So what does that say to the criminal?
It's this victim thing. You're a victim, oh my God. Who was it that victimized you by causing you to commit a crime? No, you do the crime, you do the time, pay the fine.
Pretty simple.
And if you're going to correct somebody, correct somebody. You don't take a kid and pat him on the hand, there, it's so hard what you've been through, we understand. There, this is your 5th or 6th time coming back. You don't do that. That gets nowhere. So we need some reform in this town, some real reform, instead of trying to get people in place who are pushing an agenda. Yes, ma'am.
I don't even live here anymore, and I can't tell you how many nights I've prayed that you were going to get away.
Well, you know what was going on here? The commercial appeal, Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel 13, and Channel 24 ran Clerk Joe Brown's picture for 5 weeks, not mine, and refused to let it be mentioned that it's Judge Joe Brown running for office.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, and they wouldn't let me, and I know somebody who owns the billboard space, they wouldn't let me take out any ads. They'd sue us, but it'll be too late.
We called 911 when that event happened that I was talking about. It took the police an hour and 15 minutes to show up.
Well, yeah, and see, it's not that I don't know. I've been a reserve for 20-some years, and before that sheriff's department. This is not well run.
So we know that.
Ma'am, please, and this is going to be our next sheriff, Mr. Les here. I'm supporting him for sheriff.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Sure can.